ice cream so yummy. Right. Oh. Let's go zooming. All right, how you doing, Angel? All right, so we need none of these. Now, if you're starting a new lethal community, it would help if game showed up, stream, you know, maybe a little bit. Decay, you want to show up? You want to show up or no? No, you don't. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. State of Decay. Ooh, you want to? There we go. Dying Light 2 all over again. Oh, God. The flashbacks. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Recruit anybody. Oh my God. Okay. 100 stream streak. Holy crap, Angel, that is crazy. Thank you so much. As someone on a 100 stream streak, do you think you could make the game let me select people? Okay, oh, there we go. Ooh, it finally caught up. There we go. Oh my God. Game is perfect. Oh my goodness. Yep. All right. Okay, cancel. So what we're looking for is I like starting with a mechanic. It's nice. Allows you to here, come on, I'll let Fall choose my survivors. I know, right? He's oh no. No, wait, hold on. -5 morale. Nope. Doesn't matter who it is. They are gone. If they have negative, they are gone. So let's see. We got utilities. We got mechanics. We're looking for a medicine person now. Indeed, Jeebus. So there are a few different ways that you can start off with a brand new community. These are the 3 that I prefer to have: medicine, utilities, and mechanics. Mechanics so that you can very quickly start making repair kits as needed. Medicine because doctors. And utilities because, like, I enjoy being able to unlock hydroponics without having a huge problem. Is it absolutely necessary right at the beginning? Not really, because you can always train it. What's up, Shadow Wolf? How's it going, bud? But really, I mean, these 3 are kind of my favorites to start off with if I don't go for specialties. Driver specialty is incredibly helpful. And I'm a fan of fishing because it gives you extra food. But in all honesty, you know, these 3 they're just fine. Also making sure that you don't have anyone that has negative morale, because negative morale is a giant pain when it comes to lethal. And if you want to roll for a Blood Plague survivor, go for it. You know, it'll might take you a month, might take you 5 minutes. But blood plague survivors are immune to the plague. So you can run around, you can get tackled by ferals, you'll take damage, but you won't die. Chilling. Agad. Speaking of chilling, package arrived for me today.
And we're empty. Again.
Yeah.
So?
And this package is amazing. It's not here. Here is what was in the package. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I got my Call to Arms live trophy. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. So this bad boy will live with me for the rest of the year. And if someone beats me in the Stack Up Call to Arms tournament of Stream Champions, I will send that to you. Or I'll send it to Stack Up and Stack Up will send it to you. But regardless, I now have a championship ring and a badass trophy. Represent the fact I am a champion. Arrived today. I was so stoked. Okay. Boop, boop. Now, I know I've gone over it before, but the reason that I like Meager Valley is for this very specific reason. It is this area right here. There cannot be a plague heart here, and it is guaranteed that you will have at least 2 of every single type
Zombie freak spotted.
of resource, rucksack, when you first come into the game.
Those guys look hungry.
This is the only map where that is the truth. Every other map, you have to
There's more zombies here.
move quite far in order to find the basic rucksacks. Except on this bad boy. Now, the one thing that can be said is that the houses immediately around you do not have the ability to give you resources when you make them into outposts. Minor negative. Overall, that's not something that we're going to be worrying about for a little while anyway. So I would rather have the immediate access to the rucksacks that I need than have to run all over the place.
I can't let that feral take me down.
frittatas.
We got zombies everywhere.
I can't catch my breath.
Now go for the head.
Nice. Excellent. We took no damage. The only damage that got taken was by one of the helpful NPCs. And they take less damage and less plague damage than you would if you took a full hit. So, not as big of a deal. 2.5K from a song. Oh my god. First things first, obviously, don't get your base normally. What I like to do is I like to hit a couple of these houses in order to get resources first.
Still a few more of them.
Oh my god. I hit him so hard he despawned. I know, isn't it so helpful that he was like, go for the head? Is weirdo a lower morale trait? No, I don't think so. But honestly, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Heard that one.
It's easy to check, so. Also remember
Loader here.
that that when you first open up your trunk, the first item that is selected is always your rucksack. So in that case, what you can do is you can just hit spacebar if you're using a keyboard, and it will make it a lot faster to unequip
Zombie alert. I still hear them.
heavy rucksack. Get it off your back and dump it into the trunk. Not gonna risk it. Well, what you can do, you can preview it now, Shadow Wolf. So if you're just making a brand new community, just preview it.
Uh-oh, only one left.
Oh, there you go.
Made it. Getting started.
All right. Is that a horde? Oh, it is a horde. Seriously? Wow. Unfortunate.
Zombies in that horde.
Boop. Use your cars. Your cars are your ultimate weapons.
Come on, move it.
If there's a horde, no reason to fight it if your car's right there.
Can't let it get back up.
Do. I had some peanut salted caramel ice cream before I started going today. It was the right choice. So good. But yeah, if you are
Careful, still a few zombies here.
over in the, yep, over in this useless garage that I hate. I hate this garage.
All that's left to do now is
Because that
claim
should be
this
a
place is
bed.
ours. Then we can start fixing it up.
You should be able to fix up this garage and make it actually useful. But I understand why it's not able to be useful, because then it would be a better starting base than like every other starting base, but
That's
I still think it would have been a neat thing to add.
our first priority has to be
Boop, boop,
gathering
boop.
materials.
Boop, boop.
We'll need them to improve this place.
We need some eyes out
Cess
there.
973, welcome,
You up
welcome.
for it?
How's it going?
Heading out. Making progress here. I'm glad we've already got
First
a
thing
start
we
on
grabbed is an
building this
infirmary.
base up into something
Now we can take a
real.
look here, and we can see that this will always have food. This will generally have like electronics. This will always have gas. This is meds. This is meds. This is gas. This is
If you stay
food.
put, I'll see you soon.
Then we have bullets here and here.
That puts a smile on my
You know,
face.
if they're not there. And this is a unique starting zone for every other map. There is not a single other map that's been made yet that has that level of dedicated resources right where you spawn. And I'm sorry, I messed up. This is building materials, and then the ammo is in the army depot behind it. That's why I tell people that are new to the game and or new to Lethal that this is the level that you want to start off on, or this is the map you want to start on. Simply because it's the easiest to do. It's the easiest to bootstrap. Get yourself ready. Get your community together without having any real risk. On top of that, you're guaranteed a decent pistol for the most part and ammo right across the street. And you have a decent starting zone right down here. This is a food outpost that is guaranteed to be food and is generally going to be out of the plague range of the first plague cart, which is always this building right here. So you have a lot of options at this place. Map name is Meager Valley. What's up, Red Zoro? Yodi.
Nothing worth taking.
Cure for All Seasons people showed up in a weapon looting opportunity. No. Hell's yeah, Red Zoro. So since we're here, we're gonna grab
No more
the
zombies.
building materials from in here.
Complain.
Building materials in general in a building like this are going to be in this or this type of structure. The other place that it can be is in one of these big crates. Never been there? So it was one of the first maps that was released. And so it has a very, very balanced starting zone. Map feels harder since the infestation update. I will teach you how to deal with that. That is part of what we're doing. What's up, Serious Silent Tyrant? Welcome, welcome. Am I missing? Oh, this one. So one of the most important things, especially since the infestation update came out, is understanding how infestations spread and understanding how to stop it, right? Or how to make it so that it is less impactful to your game. There are two ways to do it. The first is if you have a bunch of influence, you can pop a cell tower, and a cell tower gives you, I believe, no, it's not the cell tower. It is crap baskets, or which one it is? The wind farm, maybe? It's one of these that will give you a safe zone around you and limit the spread and activation of other play carts in the area. It's cell that stops people. Thank you, Spectre. That's right. That's what I thought, but it's not up there. That's why I was hesitant for a moment. I want to give bad advice. Oop, nope. Need that back. So if you have enough, you can grab a cell tower. Cell tower will allow you to.
I hope nothing hard got.
Basically, it'll be harder for zombies to wake up around you, and so you can do a little bit more damage in the vicinity of play carts. It's a good thing to pick up if you have extra influence, and one of the things that you can do is you can also grab crap like this that you don't need necessarily at the beginning of the game. I'm not a huge fan of crossbows, so I'm going to bring that as well. And you sell it. You sell everything that you can. Everything that you don't need, get rid of it. Get it for the influence that you get from the free enclaves that show up. And then as soon as you can, you also want to find other survivors. Get as many enclaves as you can on the map, so that you have a better chance of getting better enclave abilities, like free food, free medicine, things like that, free beds. Always incredibly helpful. And also, you can use them at the very beginning as mules, where you sell them all of your garbage.
The safest way to collect samples is by killing plague zombies.
Do 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 do.
The best place to find them is in the territory around a plague heart.
Ooh, we have a lot of ferals and stuff up here. We gotta deal with that. Hordes on other maps mostly follow roads. Here they just storm across the fields.
You can just destroy the
So-
plague heart itself to get a bunch of samples.
Yeah.
That shit is more dangerous though.
Right. Super valuable treasure for
You're gonna
NPCs.
want, like, all your best gear on this one.
Helping out like this is a good way to make
So is it
friends.
worth grabbing the trait indefatigable?
Let's hope it pays off. We could use allies out here.
So the stamina is good. Fatigue severity, it doesn't matter. Unless you're doing something like a solo run, you're generally not going to run into any problems with fatigue causing massive issues with your characters, because you can just swap them, right? That's all you need to do is just swap them. Now, I personally don't think that a workshop is the most important thing, first off. What I suggest doing, what I generally do, is I will do a shooting range so that I gain stamina faster. It also allows you to train with guns, which will give you a higher likelihood that you will get snapshot, so you'll be able to deal with ferals easier. Ferals in general are the thing that kill the most people when they first start off, and so having a solid way to deal with them as one at a time, which is how they're going to be coming when you first start off in lethal, is a solid way to do it. Mostly solo till you go help out my mates in their world. Oh, nice. Plus 30 is really good. Like, plus 30 stam is huge. It's just, it's not something that I would necessarily roll specifically for. Now, one of the things that you want to learn, one of the most important things you want to learn when it comes to the
air's all red and gooey. It's gotta mean a plague heart is
infestation
nearby.
update
And probably plague
is
zombies too.
not only the fact that cell towers can be used to mitigate
Yeah,
plague hearts waking
I'm
up.
guessing there's a plague heart not too far away.
The other thing that it can do
Hey, not bad.
is understanding how and why plague hearts wake up can give you the opportunity to clear an area safely so that you can get resources and set yourself up. So what I mean is just this, right? So if we look at the map, and we need someplace safe in order to do this. Let's head over here. You know what? We'll head over in here, where we've already cleared. We should be good. Right. So if you take a look at the map, every single map is going to be split into you mainly speedrun than casual play. Nice, Silent. That is what burned me out of the game, is speedrunning. That's why I have so many friggin' plague heart kills. Soundproofing is fine, but it's not something that I would actually use because you don't necessarily need it all that badly. God damn it. All right, we're gonna go up here. Every single map is sectioned into zones. All right, and with the change to infestations, what you can do is you can take a look at the map, and you can figure out what zones there are, and where plague hearts might chain that'll wake up other areas. So if you take a look right here, it is incredibly rare for a plague heart to be there, and it's incredibly rare for it to be there, right? So if you have plague hearts in here, you can wipe all of these out without having this area chain into this zone right here. This zone right here is another one. Right here is another. Now the issue right here is that these might chain this way if there's a plague heart in here. But if there isn't, then this heart won't wake up that one. And so again, you want to take a look, you want to figure out where the plague hearts are, where they overlap. And if they're overlapping, it's likely that they'll wake each other up unless you use the cell towers. Again, up here, you have a zone right here. That's going to be 2, maybe 3 at the most. Then you go down here. This is another zone where these are not going to chain into this area. And so what you want to do is you just want to split it out. You don't have to, obviously, if you're a speedrunner, if you're used to going super, super fast like I am. not necessarily. You can just chase down the plague hearts that have already awoken and just kill them before it becomes a problem. But if you're newer to lethal and infestations are more of an issue, this is how you deal with it. Is you want to scout, you want to find out where the plague hearts are, and then kill them in zones to make sure that you are dealing with them before infestations become an issue at all. So what we're going to start off with, what we always start off with, which is Plague Heart 1. Now, one nice thing about this map that I was taught, actually, is that there can be a heavy weapon in here. It doesn't look like there is one. Is there a plague heart I always do first here? There is. Actually, we don't need this. This is going to be chemicals, if it's anything. Chemicals are great, because when you first start off, you don't need them. And you know what they are really good for? Selling. Right. The very beginning of the game, you don't need a ton of chemicals. You can always get more. And, I just sell them. Kiwi! 19 months. Thank you. Good afternoon, my friend. This is another spot. Generally, one of these two will have a heavy weapon. It looks like we got one. Oh, we didn't get one. Damn it. I'm doing all right, Kiwi. Grab that. No heavy weapon for us today off the bat, but that's fine. We don't care. This is the first heart that you want to do right here. Now, if you're worried about chaining, because this is likely to chain, what you can do first is you can drive around and get a lay of the land. Figure out where the plague hearts are in this zone before you start killing them. If a plague heart is going to chain, it's going to be to here. So it's going to be this one to this one. All right, because these heavily overlap. That means that they will chain when you kill them. Incredible immune system is excellent. It is second only to Blood Plague Survivor. Well, we love plague hearts in there. That's where we love them. Oh my god, I haven't seen a heart in this building in, I can't even tell you how long. Well, now we know where we're starting. We are starting right there. No, Spectre. That's not the second floor heart. That is not the second floor heart. That is the easiest, one of the easiest hearts in the game to kill. Because of a cheese.
I don't hear any zombies.
It's super cheesy.
Lake territory? That never lasts.
And it's all because zombies don't like doors. Zombies are scared of doors. There are certain doors that zombies will not cross. Because there is just not enough space for them to move freely. Now, one thing that I would love to kill that heart first. However, if I kill that heart, the problem is that will likely chain to this one, and it might chain to this one, right? And considering the fact that I'm trying to show how to deal with the infestations, as opposed to kind of blowing everything down at once, we're going to try and keep that from happening. Back to the heart, and you're to blame. You give plague a bad name. Sometimes a feral can spawn in there. Not when you're brand new. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that when you go into lethal with a brand new community, your community level is incredibly low. The fact that it's incredibly low means that it is less likely that things like ferals are going to spawn.
I do not want to be in here for long. I need a break.
It is only when you start to become heroes and your community starts leveling up that you'll start getting feral packs and things like that. The likelihood is you'll be able to kill the first 5 or 6 plague hearts without seeing a single feral.
Time to reload.
You were just listening to Jovi? Yep. Thought assaulting a heart spawned a heart? Nope. Assaulting a heart does not spawn a feral unless your community level is high enough that it will cause that threat to occur. It is all about community level. Community level is a combination of, well, it's mainly based off of the prestige that your survivors have, and it is an additive number, which means that every time you gain a new hero in your community level will go up a little bit higher, and that will cause more enemies to appear, more larger hordes to appear, hordes of ferals, hordes of special infected, and things like that. When you first start off in lethal, you aren't going to see a whole bunch of feral packs. You're not going to see a feral spawn when you first attack a plague heart. And that is because your character level, your community level is so low.
Now was that really so hard?
Hey.
Feels good to take back some territory from the zombies.
I would love to toss a Molotov in there, but that'll start my car on fire and it will explode. I got everything that I needed out of there except for the plague samples. Starting up with an interesting set. Got 2 bonus skills, craftsmanship and hygiene. Nice. I mean, that is not too shabby, Shadow. Say that like it's a bad thing? True. So one of the first places that you want to go to on every single run when you start in Meager Valley is you want to go to the fire department. The reason that you go to the fire department is that fire departments are 100% guaranteed to have at least 2 gas cans and at least 2 repair kits. It makes them better than the auto shops, which are only guaranteed to have 1 of each.
This is good stuff.
And the nice thing about the fire department is that the repair kits are always in this main bay, 100% of the time, and the gas cans are always going to be either here, here, or there. Normally, you'll get a rucksack and a can of gas, so there's going to be a can of gas in here somewhere. There you go. Got them both in one.
This is seriously too heavy.
Now, since we're just starting off, we don't need to keep this. We can break it down because we want to have the Molotovs to deal with zombie hordes. And what I call group picture. Come on. There it is. So this is going to be the other repair kit. Because like I said, there are always 2 repair kits, and it is always in this bay. Boop. Repair kit. And occasionally there's a heavy weapon, but there isn't this time. That's fine. Oh, actually, you know what? Do a quick repair. Right,
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a plague heart not too far away.
All right, so this one actually didn't chain into that, which is amazing. Which means that we could, if we wanted to, loot out this entire area. And what's nice about doing that is, you were asking earlier about, or you know, you guys were talking about, Spectre. You were talking about the hordes having random pathing on this map. It can be really annoying. The main thing is that, especially when you have this base, is that if you set up an outpost, an explosive outpost here, and an explosive outpost, as much as it sucks, here, or in this shed, or down here, it will wipe out basically 90% of the hordes that are going to be coming. Because the majority of the hordes will go up this way and then turn. Or when they come up here, those are the ones that will take a hard right and go straight down the side of the building. Right? that is the majority of the hordes that you're going to be dealing with in this base, are the ones that go up here and go down there. They'll also come this way, go down there. So if you set this as an outpost with mines, it'll deal with 90% of your horde issues. All right, so now we know where these four hearts are, right? So we have the 3 hearts there. We can go deal with this one because that is a free heart. I'll show you guys how to do it. It is a cheese heart. That State of Decay just never got around to fix it, or Undead Labs just never got around to fixing. It requires 2 things. It requires that you have a car, and that you park your car right here, blocking this door. Now that that door is blocked, go inside.
Too loud.
The other part is that this door has to be opened in. With that door opened in, there is not enough space right here for any zombie to come through this gap. They cannot do it. The only way that they can move through this is if there are so many zombies on that side of the door that one of them glitches through. Ferals can't make it through here, bloaters can't make it through here, screamers. It's the zombies look at it and go, no, 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 no. I'm not that skinny. And so you can sit here, you don't have to kill anything. The zombies will stand there and one or two of them might get pushed through. But then you just shoot them.
Ooh, that's gonna get worse.
Love the force field garage. Yep. There are a few other places that this works the same. Every single building that is like, or every single house that's like this one, where there is a bathroom right off to the inside of the door. When you go in, there's a bathroom right to your left. When you push that door open, it's the same thing. It's a force field door. Zombies cannot go through it. It's just a free heart kill. There's a chance of a feral spawn there, in here. So, I mean, like, there's a chance that a feral will spawn anywhere. But most of the time, it's not something that you're gonna have to deal with. And if it does spawn, you'll see it the moment you get in there.
Can't let up now.
Usually get a bloater pop near. Yeah, I mean, that's something else that you can do, you know? Just have a bloater, once you damage a heart, if you have a bloater pop next to it, instantly kills. So. Hey! Uncalled for. Do. The axe will probably break in like 2 more hits. But that's fine, we'll get a new one from this one.
This plague heart is history.
Yeah, blood bloaters,
Feels good to
blood
take back
bloaters,
some territory from the
green
zombies.
bloaters won't do it. Right. Nice. All right, heavy weapon means we
Finish up
win.
here.
We can use this. We'll take this, get rid of that. This is lighter than the fat packs, so we want to take those. And that's kind of
I'm
all
for
we need.
that.
We don't really need anything else. Now, the one issue, obviously, is opening the door. Meh, pushes your car.
I see a big fat man.
We're gonna head back. We're gonna drop some stuff off. Now, as you can see, because we took a look and we scouted, we've been picking off play carts that didn't chain, that didn't wake up any other play carts. You can do that if you take your time and you look at where you're fighting. Out of anything I get is Hostile Survivor. I'm afraid I'm not sure what you mean, Shadow Wolf. I mean, hostile survivor quests you just ignore. Or just drag in enemies, drag in zombies to kill them.
Supplies are here.
Boop. We don't need this. We can hold on to that. We don't need all of these. We'll just keep 3. Oh, no, I know. Like, you know, hostile NPCs can happen. They're always going to be associated with a quest. The nice thing about ferals is they will always jump onto your car if they're available, if they can. You give them the chance, let them jump onto the trunk, because they cannot do damage to your car if they're on the trunk. They could hang onto the back of your car for 20 years, and they will never impact your ability to drive.
With these plague samples, I can make something that'll cure blood plague if one of us gets infected.
They will always spawn related to a
We're happy
quest.
to share the recipe if you need it.
Every single one.
Gracias.
Take it easy.
You might not see the quest, or you might not go there, but the only reason that a hostile enclave will spawn is because of quest. Magical bloaters? Well, everyone loves magical bloaters.
Hey out there. Fewer plague hearts means fewer plague zombies. Let's get to it.
Sure thing.
We called in another. Okay, so they're down there. We want to hit them up, so that we can then call in more survivors as soon as it's available. But there are a bunch of different quests that can cause them to, that can cause a hostile community to come in. Humble survivors are just hostile and there's nothing to do with the mission. Okay. My guess is in a very little while, you will have a radio call that says, "Oh God, they're in the house, help us, help us." And when you show up, they're all dead. Right next to the starting base, then you're doing something weird, Shadow Wolf, because that shouldn't happen. No, that's... Is this a new community, or is this is there a mod? Are you playing with a mod or something? Because new new enclaves cannot spawn until you've done this first quest. This one. So nothing can spawn until you've done the plague cart quest where you give them plague samples. It's literally impossible. There's nothing, you can't bypass it. That is not something that you can do. GB Moore, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. But that's one thing that you can get, like, that's one of the reasons that you don't do that quest, or I don't do that quest, until the end of a speed run. Is because if you don't give these people their plague samples, no hostile enclaves can spawn on the map, because no other enclaves can spawn on the map. The code of the game will not let that happen until you get to the point where you have the curveballs, and curveballs can cause other enclaves to spawn. But I'm just saying from experience, from having, you know, completed, I don't know, 1,000, how many legacies do I have now? 700, something like that. I don't know. I'm actually curious how many I have. And I need to look. then your game is corrupted, or it's not a new game, Shadow Wolf. Those are literally the only options. I'm sorry, man. Start a fresh community. Because that is not something that the code will allow to happen. Hey, then something weird's going on with your game, man. 332 legacies achieved. 10,600 play carts done. Is it, are you using legacy characters? Or just deal with them. That's the other option. All right, so now that we've scouted this out, we know that this is a zone and we know this is a zone, right? Those aren't going to chain, so we can go and kill those as well if we want to.
I'm guessing there's a plague heart not too far away.
And since we know that this is a safe zone, we can go over, we can wipe out this play cart without having to worry about it chaining into another one. And since we have no play carts awake right now, because we've been careful and we've been sticking to our zones, we don't have to worry about infestations. You don't have to worry about the infestation creep that can be a real problem in lethal. And so right here, these two are close enough that they will chain. So we want to take a look and see if there are any others. If there aren't, there is. All right, so these three, so again, looking at zones, right, that we were talking about earlier. These three will likely chain together. So if we kill one of them, it's pretty probable that we're gonna have to do all three of them. So if you aren't ready to deal with 3 play carts in a row, you would want to skip this particular area. Come back to it. Scout around, see what else you can kill without setting off a whole bunch of play carts. And without setting off the infestation creep that can really kind of be problematic for newer players. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over, we're going to kill these two. And 2 play carts is pretty easy to deal with, especially when you have the better stamina meds like we do right now. We have 3 of them. 3 stamina meds are generally good enough to kill 3 play carts.
I do not want to be in here for long.
Especially when you have a heavy weapon. This particular heart, if you go back here by the tub, and then you use heavy cancel.
I'm so exhausted. I gotta slow down.
Oh, I'm stuck. Well, that's not good. Now we're gonna have problems. Get up on the bed. Once you're on this bed, zombies can't hurt you.
I think it's hurting. Can't let up now.
Up on the bed. Boop. Bed is the no-no square. Exactly. Well, zombies understand that humans still need to take naps, right? And they're jealous of the fact that humans need to take naps, but...
Fire in the hole! Well, that was nice. I'm knocking him down.
Because we're back in this corner,
This plague heart is history.
we are able to use our heavy
Solve
weapons
the plague zombie problem
to-
around here.
to deal with any zombies that are nearby. Now, we took a little bit of damage there. Don't necessarily want to push it, so we're gonna head back. We will we'll swap out. Just watching over you. Exactly. Now, if there are enough zombies there, they will, just like with the door to the garage, they will kind of push through that exclusion zone.
Plague zombies are getting to me. Need to be more careful.
And that can result in you taking a hit or a bite. So just be aware that it can happen. And, you know, act accordingly. In that case, I actually took a bite. Because there were enough zombies to push one of them into the bed itself. Which meant that,
I need a break.
I took a nice little nom-nom there. Do-do-do-do-do.
This will totally help us out.
Now that we have a woken heart on the map, we're going to see the infestation creep. But there's only one infestation, and we're not really worried about it. Or it's only one heart, so it's not going to infest very quickly. And we can deal with that pretty quick. Zombies are afraid of the beds. They are. Do do do. Do 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 do.
How about you stay clear of plague zombies? We don't need you getting sick.
Hey guys, I'm home.
Do 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 do. We'll take Simon. Don't care about that.
Okay, if that actually happens, I'll be pissed.
Shut up, Gracie. Do do do. Take all our stuff.
Almost
Boop,
out of those.
boop. Crap. Mistakes were made. I accidentally used one of the
Well, that was loud.
the good stamina items, which means that we are going to have to hurry down here, wipe that out before this goes away. Now, the nice thing about this particular building that we're going to right now is that it is one of the easier buildings to use the fire trick on. Fire trick, for those that don't know, is if you throw fire at a wall or the ceiling and a zombie gets set on fire, but the plague heart has taken damage and the plague heart is not on fire. All right, it's important. Then when the zombies dive into you and dive into the plague heart, they will do full fire damage massively fast. Hopefully I can get it done here
Full of zombies.
and show you guys what I'm talking about. Get a bunch in here. Hi guys. I want to throw. Whoop. Screwed up. I screwed up my aim. Sorry.
It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it.
Now that right there did 2 full damage zones on the plague heart.
Last one.
And so it's going to be about 3 or 4 hits at most for this to die.
It's a juggernaut.
And by 3 or 4, I mean 6.
That's one plague heart that won't give us any more trouble. Now we can start claiming nearby places for ourselves.
So it takes a lot of practice to do it, Tyrant. It took me a lot of practice to be able to do it. But basically how it works is as long as the heart has taken damage, and that is any damage whatsoever, you can shoot it once. All right? What you want to do is you gather up the zombies so that they're a little ways away, so they do the jump or the dive or they, you know, whatever. And you throw fire above them into the ceiling or into a wall or whatever so that the fire does not hit the plague heart. That is incredibly important because if the plague heart takes damage from the fire, like the fire bomb or whatever it is that you're using, this won't work. But if the zombies are on fire and they jump into you or walk into the plague heart, it acts just like bloater bomb, but faster. So if you have 2 zombies that do their dive and land in the plague heart, that fire is going da 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 da, and it'll immediately explode. The only faster way to kill a plague heart is with the bait. If you use zombait, you hit a plague heart once, throw a zombait at the plague heart, and it'll immediately explode. For the most part, it's one count of 3, and the heart's gone. I can't take credit for that. I did not learn that. That is that is not something that I figured out. That is something that
gonna miss that.
I was informed of and then practiced in order to make it effective. Thinking of playing this game casually? Any tips? Don't play on lethal and take your time. Just have fun with it. It's an incredibly fun game to just relax and kill zombies.
This place is certainly empty.
Like, I'll go in, I'll play on green zone, which is the easiest mode in the game.
With all this.
Just because it's fun. Just slaughtering zombies is fun, And that's what I would say. Play how you enjoy it, and don't let anyone else tell you that how you're playing is wrong. Like, screw those people. We all have a very limited, well, the majority of us have a limited amount of time to have fun and play games and do what makes us happy, or play games that we enjoy. And if someone tells you that you're doing it wrong or you're playing in a way that's blah, screw them. So on green zone, you generally don't need that trick. Like, green zone, the hearts die so fast that I don't know that in any of my runs I've ever bothered doing I don't know that I've ever bothered doing fire for anything than that. But yeah, start. So the first thing is
Going far with all this.
do the tutorial. That's incredibly important. Do the tutorial, because the tutorial is very well done. Like, when this game first came out, it had no tutorial. It was not good, right? You were just kind of thrown into it. There was a bunch of stuff that you had to learn. There was no real way for the game to teach you. And you were just kind of like, okay, well, this is confusing. And if you hadn't played the first game, then you're gonna have a hard time, right? Now they have a very, very good tutorial that will walk you through every aspect of the game. And, running through that tutorial will really give you a basic understanding of kind of how the game works and whether you want to spend more time playing it. Like, legitimately, Now, for me, I just enjoy the game. I also, as I've said before, burned out pretty hard on it from doing all the freaking speedruns that I did. I did many, many, many speedruns of this game.
I have another task for you. Details forthcoming.
Many speedruns. And because of the weirdness of my brain, it meant that any time I did a speedrun and did not beat my personal record, which at the time was very good. Oh my god! Everyone loves magical bloaters because the things that they do is they pop out of nowhere and then they explode and they make you go sad. Kill all your dudes and then you get mad. And everyone loves magical bloaters. Probably done more speedruns and you've killed plague hearts. It's entirely possible. It is entirely possible. Aw, thank you, Silent. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear it. Let's do that. And let's heal up. There we go. I am close to because I just looked. I am close to 11,000 plague hearts killed. So that's a thing. Just a couple. What's a magical bloater? A magical bloater is any bloater that does not show up on the map and then is suddenly there to ruin your day. That is a magical bloater. It used to be very specifically the bloaters that would spawn in front of you as you were driving.
Quiet while I can. Better not have to run carrying all this.
Well, it's just, yeah, it's just the system can't keep up.
This place is empty.
Right?
Better move on.
Look, one of the big things about State of Decay has always been that it is, I'm not gonna say crippled, but it is 100% tethered to the existence of the Xbox, right? As a Microsoft subsidiary, a Microsoft Games, I don't remember what exactly it's called, Microsoft Games developer. The game has to run on Xbox. It has to. So there is a limit to what can be done with the game. You know, for example, like hordes the size of Days Gone. Yeah, like you could do it on the computer because you can mod it and make changes, but that kind of thing, because of the size of the simulation that's running constantly on this map, you have to remember that it's tethered to the oldest Xbox version that this game was released for. And so, like, there's only so much that they can do. And so if you're zipping along super fast, you're like, and you're going, right? Eventually you're gonna hit a point where zombies are not gonna spawn in properly. And then you hit a magical bloater, your run ends, you get angry, and you grr. Now, one other thing for people that might not know it is when you are calling in your random survivors, there is a general area around you where they respawn. You want to, most of the time, stay around your home base. Because once this zone is completely filled, then they will start spawning farther away. But as of right now, because we only have a couple spawned in, we still have an area where where more enclaves can spawn, which will help defend our base a little bit better. It also means that you don't have to drive halfway across the map in order to do their stupid quests. But there will come a point at about, generally around 5, where the enclaves that you call in will spawn on the next circle out. And the next circle out could be quite literally across the map, so. Now, we're gonna deal with this next zone right here. This is 3 hearts that are separate from everything. We'll be able to wipe them out. And at that point, we will have it, if we wanted to, we would have free reign of the entire northeast side of the map. Would loot to our heart's content, build up our enclave, do all that, and we would be perfectly fine.
If I take out the nearest plague heart, this might just clear up.
Which is generally what I would suggest. You know, make sure that you have a zone that has been cleared, and then loot, level up your characters, kind of get ready for the next phase when you're moving into the next difficulty tree because of the community experience that you've built up killing plague hearts and doing quests. Boop. This building is also very...
Never do get used to the smell. This thing is heavy.
generally pretty good for doing the fire trick, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna pull guys in here.
Fire in the hole!
That only got one pop on it, unfortunately. I was hoping that more of them would come in. But they didn't, so we will wait for a minute. We took a little damage from the fire, which is also kind of annoying, but there's only so much you can do to avoid that when you're doing this.
It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it.
So that fire did enough damage to get us through.
Aim for the head.
Get out of the way. To get us through two zones. So there are three zones for every play cart.
I need a breather. That plague heart is history.
And that one
That should mean a
Molotov
lot fewer plague zombies
did
in
enough
this area.
damage to get us through two. The bet is powerful. It is true. Yep. There's a reason why they're lovingly referred to as fall down beds. Because I abused them so when I was doing my speed runs back in the day. And Brant and the team would be like, we're gonna patch that one day and not tell you. And we'll be in the stream. And we'll be watching as you die. And they'll be like, no. I don't have to kill these guys, I just want to. It's funny. And remember, the back of your car is invincible. Whee! You can back over as many zombies as you would like, and nothing bad will happen to you.
Almost out of those.
Come on. Let's say lethal runs are satisfying. I think they're fun. I think it really depends on what you think is satisfying, though.
That's all of that. It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it. There goes my last shot.
It was an absolute waste of ammo, but I wanted to do it. Oh no. Mistakes were made. It's gonna be 2 hits before this thing pops, but 1 hit.
Plague heart down.
I was wrong. Woo! Beep. Screw you.
There it goes.
Whee! So now this entire zone is clear. And if you wanted to, you could, like I said, you could hang out. You could gain your, increase the size of your community. Or get knocked down. Get knocked down. You could increase the size of your community and move
It's
to
time for us
whatever
build
base you
some
wanted to.
goodwill with the neighbors.
So, for example, we could go over, we could wipe this out, and then take the police station. You could just build up your community and move into the brewing company, which in my opinion is one of the best bases in the game. The reason it's one of the best bases in the game is because it allows you to basically make infinite influence. There is a combination there where the amount of influence you get out of the liquor that you create is
place could come in
higher
handy as an
than the
outpost.
cost in resources that it takes to actually make the liquor. So once you're there, you never have to worry
Almost out
about
of those.
anything, really. It takes some time, but
That'll
You
bring
know.
them running.
what's your favorite base, Echo? Most people say strip mall.
This place is empty. Better move on.
Yeah, strip mall's really good. Nothing wrong with that.
Exhausted.
Also remember, for those that don't know, that the rucksack on your back is the first item that will be selected when you open a trunk. So if you have a rucksack on your back and you walk up to your trunk and open it and you hit spacebar, you will instantly deposit your rucksack into your trunk. Likewise, if you walk up to your trunk and hit spacebar, it will select the first thing. And if you have nothing on your back, I should say, it will select the first item available, and you'll throw that in. What I say is the worst base? Without question, the starting base in Trumbull Valley. Without question, it is the worst base in the game. It is completely useless, and watch as this part explodes.
Gotta keep at it. Plague heart down.
Hey, look at that.
That should mean a lot fewer plague zombies in this area.
That's fun. So that's a perfect example. We unfortunately took a little damage on the way out, but with one firebomb, we killed a plague heart in 3 seconds. That was a perfect example of how to do it. Get the zombies to group up outside so that they're in a line with the plague heart, so that when they attack you, they go straight into the heart. If they are on fire, they will group up around the heart, and all of that fire damage will cause an instantaneous dot to trigger on the plague heart. Pop. Do. Now we went far enough away to despawn all of these standard zombies.
This looks like a waste of time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. It is a multiple stacks of fire that will instantly kill the plague heart.
No room for that.
Pretty much every single time. Like you need the angle needs to be correct.
Help us out over here?
Right? Like they have to be able to come straight in while they're on fire, because zombies don't last long when they're on fire. So if you have like 6 or 7 of them out there, you set them all on fire and then like chill next to the plague heart. But you want to make sure you keep rolling, because as you're dodging, you're not going to take damage from the swipes. You'll still take incremental damage from the fire, but that's not gonna be huge, right? Like that's not a gigantic problem. Most of the time. And so now this entire side is done. We have finished with this section, and like I said, because we did that scouting, because we partitioned out the map and made sure that we knew what plague hearts would trigger what plague hearts, we're able to loot this entire zone, build up our community, and continue playing however we want. We don't have to worry about infestations spawning up here or pushing down. It's not going to happen. Infestations don't spawn normally anymore. It can help a lot for lethal speedruns and counter the RNG drop. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so one of the things that you can do with a lethal speedrun, what do you want? You want food? You buttholes. I don't have food on me. What you can do is, because of this fire station is 100% guaranteed to have a rucksack of gas, right? So since you're going there anyway for the repair kits, if you go in, you get the rucksack of gas, you break it apart for a Molotov or a couple Molotovs, you can then hypothetically do the plague heart trick on the first heart. The problem with that heart is that the entrance for the zombies requires them to go around the bed, and any kind of cornering makes it far less reliable than just they're running like straight at you. Because if you think about it, like the zombies are not good at at like making those hard turns anyway. And so if you include that
This is my
into
last
the
mag.
move while they're
Could be a
on
problem
fire,
later.
it's vastly more likely that the zombie will either just explode before they can get to you, or more likely it will move forward and just pop on the wall. So we want the shooting range for the extra stamina. Stamina is king. The higher stamina you have, the less likely it is that that enemies will be able to kill you. Because while health is important, if you can't dodge, it doesn't matter how much health you have, you're probably gonna die when a feral pack shows up. So the more stamina you have, the better. If you have to choose between like health pills and stamina, take stamina. Because again, stamina keeps you alive. Health just extends your suffering. Anonymous Pineapples, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome.
Nice.
Awkward.
Maybe they'll find someone even louder to eat.
He is a cranky dude. Do.
Still got company.
Kind of a waste of my heavy weapon to actually hit zombies, but
Not going far with all this.
there's one more. Oh, he's over there. So because this is a starting house in this zone, and it shows that there might be food there, it is 100% guaranteed that there will be food here.
There's nothing left to salvage here.
Again, this is why I suggest people start off on this map, right? This zone right here is guaranteed to have at least 2 of every single starting rucksack. Just started this game a few days ago, so hearing about the stamina bit is useful. That's awesome, Anonymous. Yeah, stamina keeps you alive. Health just means that you can get hit more when you don't have stamina, and then you die. You still die, you just die with more health. So we need more food, so we're gonna head over here. This is the best starting area, and this is the best starting building in the game, in my opinion, because of how this like opening area is designed. You have everything you need
Damn,
to
it's locked.
completely bootstrap your game without having to go anywhere else. You're gonna have enough food, you're gonna have enough materials. You get enough materials here to build whatever you want on any difficulty. You can build a med bay and a workshop. You can build, you know, if you don't want to do a med bay, you can do a fighting gym right off the bat if you really wanted to. But because of how this area is designed, you are in absolutely great shape from the get-go. I actually realized that I want to grab all my trading goods from here and sell them to these guys when they become allied. Also, once again, once this is available, immediately call them in, because that is how you get more friendly, guaranteed friendly enclaves. And the guaranteed friendly is important because that means if they start friendly, you only have to do 1 quest for them before they're allied and they give you their bonus. Whereas if you're waiting for enclaves to randomly spawn, they could be hostile, they could be neutral, they could be anything and everything. They could be anything in between. And that is going to slow down the speed with which you are able to determine whether or not you want to keep them for a long-term community or whether or not you want to get rid of them. Boop, boop, boop,
Better
boop,
not
boop.
have to run carrying all this.
Also, the important thing about enclaves being friendly is you get more influence by selling them stuff when they're friendly.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
We don't have parts. That's hilarious. So when, again, talking about spawning in enclaves, because they spawn in friendly, you can immediately sell things to them at a higher price. After one quest, they become allied and you can sell things even higher prices. And the things that you buy from them are slightly lower. So on top of being a great place to find recruits to build up your enclave so that you can move into better bases, you know, it'll give you a way to increase your amount of influence gain early in the game. Hey, Dips, one of you dummies wanted food?
I appreciate that.
So now we can watch
Catch
as
you
the
in a bit.
dwellers go from friendly to allied.
Hey, amigo.
And because they are allied,
By now.
oh, nice. So they give so we can take a look. Because they're allied now, we can recruit one of them for free if we wanted to. And also, we can take a look at, bleh, and we go down to, where the hell is it? Right here, health and fighting XP. 100% fighting experience rate, which is huge. If I take a look, everything is better.
Hey, you. I'm looking to do some trading. Yeah, sure.
So they have 500 influence, which we can use immediately by selling all this crap. Unless you want to keep it because you want one of everything or something like that. Just get rid of them. And so now we have 1,600 influence just from doing play carts and selling the stuff that we are not going to immediately use to our allies. And we can actually buy back the Satchel of Rice for less influence than the quest gave us. So we take that back. They became allied. We paid less for it than they gave us to give it to them. And now we're in great shape. Also going to grab these Molotovs because I've only got one.
Not going far with all this.
And right there, you could see what I was talking about with the spacebar. Step 3 profit. So I'm going to open the trunk. I'm not going to touch anything, and you can see that the rucksack is selected right over here. So if you open the trunk and hit spacebar, the rucksack immediately goes in, and then you can leave the trunk. Again, when you open the trunk, the first item is always the one that's selected. So if it's something quick that you want to get out, like if you want to put in a med kit or something like that for emergency uses, put it here, and that way you open, you hit spacebar, and that's the first item that comes out. But loading the trunk, if there is a space open, it will always dump your rucksack in with that quick spacebar hit. And that can be helpful in case you are on the run, in case you just want to lower the amount of weight that you're carrying or something along those lines. What's up, Nighthawk? It's doing good, buddy. I'm just going over tips and tricks and talking and chatting and killing zombos. Now that we're done clearing off this area, right? This entire zone is done. We can start looking at other zones. This zone right here is going to be self-contained. The only thing that can happen is there is going to be a heart either here, or like in this area right here. So it's either there, or here. That can chain if there is a plague heart in here. If there's not a plague heart in one of those, you're generally fine to wipe this out, and then you can clear this zone as well. Correct. Killing zombies and screamers screaming can wake up plague hearts if they're close enough to it, which is why we're taking a look at how to wipe out individual zones of infestation so that you don't have to worry about having the infestation floods that can occur when you have plague hearts that chain. So we're going to take a look down here. We're going to do a quick loop and see where the play carts are in here, and then we can make our decision about how we want to fight them. As always, when you're fighting a play cart, ideally you want to have a heavy weapon, because the more impact that a weapon has, and as you can see, the Hog Splitter has a very high impact rating. The more impact that a weapon has, the more damage that it does to a play cart. The nice thing about heavy weapons is that because they are a heavy weapon, you have a huge backswing, and you can position yourself on most play carts to use that backswing to ensure that zombies cannot or are less likely to jump on and bite you. So once the infestation is generated, yes, if you kill the screamers, the infestation will fade. And that goes back to State of Decay 1. State of Decay 1, that's how it worked. Is you kill the screamers, if I remember correctly. Might be wrong. The screamers were the ones that showed up. And then maybe you had to kill the zombies, but it wouldn't give you a count or anything like that. It was just like there are, you know, there are zombies, but the key to it was always the screamers. That guy right there is gonna wake someone up. He's a butthead. So we have one heart right there. We have one heart right here. No heart there. Do.
It's clear, but we can't really secure this place with a plague.
So if there
heart
isn't
so
a
close
heart
by.
right here, that is a self-contained 2-heart zone that you can wipe out without having to worry about spread. Now there's going to be one heart down here, and there might be a heart over in that barn, but we'll take a look. So one heart, we can see where it's positioned back there. Like I said, if there is a heart in this first building on the left, then that will chain. If there isn't, then you don't have to worry about it spreading across the river. Ah, it's unfortunate. All right, so killing this heart over here is likely to cause the heart across the river to spawn, but we can take a look at the map and see the distance. You can generally eyeball it. No, those will chain. So if we kill either one of those, they're gonna chain into each other. And the problem with that is if there are hearts down here, this can then chain that way. So, as always, we want to take our time, want to take a look. Just check things out, and then deal with them appropriately. We can deal with these 2 hearts very easily,
I
right?
can't abide a whiner. I got no time for complaining.
And so that's what we're doing. We're going to clear out another zone, which will give us another area where we can loot.
That red talon really keeps people safer.
Ooh, hi there, big fella. He is going to come up, so we use the back of our car. Because the trunk of your car is indestructible, if you have to fight juggernauts, just hit them with the back of your car. So this is slow and steady for new players, absolutely. A hunter from Norway to hunt the juggernaut. So it's going to be one more hit on him and he will die. Because the juggernauts, one more. How juggernaut damage works is that they have 4. The juggernaut has a health pool, right? That is split into quarters. After you do 1 quarter damage, it will go, ugh. And then it'll jiggle itself back to standing. And then it'll start moving again. You do enough damage, it'll hit the second one, it'll go, ugh. And it'll jiggle itself back to standing. Third one, same thing. And then it dies. So you can count as you're hitting it with the car You hit it once, or you hit it and it goes ugh and does the little jiggle dance. That means that you hit it enough, you did enough damage with that hit that it pushed it through that first quarter, and then you can keep going quarter by quarter in order to kill the Juggernaut. And that's a way to keep track of how much damage you've done and how much longer you think it'll take to kill it. But yeah, slow and steady.
Take a look at what I just
Like
delivered.
until you're really experienced with the game, there's really no reason to rush. So what I'm doing here is if you crouch and dodge, stupid. If you crouch and dodge, you will cancel your heavy weapon swing. So Juggernaut will go down into its knee if you don't use a car. If you don't use a car, the Juggernaut will go down to its knee when you reach the fourth thing. But the thing is, with a car, when you hit it for that fourth damage spike, it will just die, as opposed to going down to its knee. If you're using guns, if you're using grenades or anything like that, that will cause the Juggernaut to hit that damage threshold and then go into the kneel down in order to, so you can execute it. When you're using a car, it bypasses that completely and you just, you phase through them. Hey, dum-dum. Oh my god.
Now go for the head! I have to get more of those.
So what I'm doing is I'm crouching and dodging, and that cancels the backswing.
Just gotta keep at it.
Which allows you to do more damage per swing to the play card.
You never do get used to the smell.
Love it. Oh, I ran out of stamina.
That's one plague heart that won't give us any more trouble.
Correct.
It's not easy.
It's around.
That's how we take this town back.
Legitimately, it's the same amount of damage as the first 25, and then he kneels down for once he hits that fourth threshold. You can tell because with each shot of the heavy sniper rifle, it will do one chunk of damage,
Check that box on
like
the
a
to-do
25%
list.
of damage, and will and it won't kill him with the fourth shot of the heavy sniper rifle. It'll put him into a kneel. So the kneel is technically 0 health. You know, it's or 1 hit point or whatever it is to allow you to do the execute.
I can barely lift this.
Is the best way as a non-developer of this game. That is the best way that I can think of to explain kind of what's happening there. What is this? This is... Oh, this is the traders. Finish him. Kano wins. In short, use a car's ass. Exactly. Now, another thing is, especially on lethal mode, always park your car with the hood against the wall. The reason you do this is because, unlike real life, where you can start your car and be driving in moments, it takes about 5 to 10 seconds for you to start your car and start moving backwards. In that amount of time, when you're in lethal zone with 3 zombies on the front of your car will go from fully fixed to black smoke and possibly burning by the time you even start backing up. If you park with the front of your car against a solid wall, zombies cannot jump on the front of your car, and that means that you don't have to worry about damage. What's up, Sai? How you doing, buddy? All right, we're gonna do another zombie pinata here.
Fire in the hole!
Come on, boys. Kill my heart for me.
It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it.
Heart's dead. So again, that is a straight shot to the heart. So when you set that up, you have the zombies there, you set them on fire, they run straight at you, they hit the heart, and that instantaneous damage tick on the heart causes it to take damage over time from every single zombie that's nearby while they're on fire. Instantly kills the heart. Right? Now, the one thing I will say is on something like a speed run,
Real low there.
you know, you will lose health while doing that because you're in the fire. And so, depending on kind of how much damage you've taken, and how many medkits you have, and things like that, there is a limit to kind of how effective that can be because of the damage. However, it's also the fastest way to kill a plague heart other than zombie. So, you know, I'll pick your poison.
I got my eye on a zombie. Not far off.
Whee! Talk to these idiots.
I think we can help each other out.
They're
Yeah,
not
okay.
even that, like, that insane. Heavy weapon sledgehammer. Yeah, we're taking
Really
that.
lift this. We've made good partners. I think they'll give us better prices in the future. And trade is the key to our survival.
I'm not convinced.
So again, on this particular quest, just remember that when you buy the rucksack, you will get more influence, and this is on lethal, so every other mode is better than this. On lethal, you will get more influence for completing the quest than it costs to buy a rucksack. So.
I'm looking to do some trading.
Alrighty.
Now we have the opportunity to call in more survivors again. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come back in here, and that will, where's the spread? So we might be a little screwed with this spread. It's possible we get one there. It's possible, I think this is too close to that. So I think we have one more that we can call in before we start getting enclaves that are farther away from our base. Nice silent. Do do. Do 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 do. It's one of those things that I would have loved to have known when I was doing speedruns, because it obviously is really good. What time is it over here? It is 9 p.m. Boop, boop. That in there. Oh, actually, he is exhausted, so we are going to dump everything. Here's another neat thing, in case you didn't know. If you go to the supply locker and you put your backpack into the supply locker, everything in your backpack goes into the supply locker as well. You don't have to click everything. Just dump the backpack, pick the backpack back up, and all of the things that were in the backpack will now be in the supply locker. Not super helpful for most people, but, you know. Kind of a neat thing. Kind of a, that's kind of cool. And a lot of people don't know about it. Min-max pro tips? Yep. I mean, min-max takes forever.
More people
That
to
is...
join us and help us around here.
Oh, you know what? I need to give guns. Stuck. We aren't stuck. We're going to take that. Take one bullet. Reload.
This is my last mag.
Hey, Max, how's it going, buddy?
Who lived somewhere around here and
God, the
fancied
freaking
herself a
prepper.
survivalist. I wonder if she made it this long.
I mean, it's best with 8 slots. It doesn't, like, the low pounds doesn't really matter. Because you can just... Because it's all going to be the same regardless. But if you're worried about weight, then yeah, the tall 8 slot is going to be less cumbersome, as it were. Take one.
Oh hey, that's my last magazine.
She will take that, and then we are going to be using heap.
Time to focus on my priorities for a while.
Slot with 12 pounds. Light one is 7. Well, I'm just saying that, like, when you're doing a run, weight doesn't matter all that much. If you're doing a, like if you're going for a speed run or something like that. Weight is not something that is super important. If you're going for a min-max, or min-max build, or something along those lines, yeah, then it becomes more of an issue, because you want to make sure, if you can, maintain either low weight or medium weight, then you are less likely to burn through stamina, and like, burn yourself out. But, you know, when we're just doing this, it doesn't matter. Grab those, grab these. And we are good otherwise.
I think it's
Install
time
the
we
water
figure out
cooler.
who's in charge around here.
I think you should shut the heck up. That's what I think. So, Now, there are some places on every single map that are like this. What I'm about to talk about, which is that there are areas and there are buildings that will always have multiple resource rucksacks. Specifically, when you are looking at something like a building site or an unfinished home, it will 99% of the time have 2 rucksacks of materials with which to build your base. So if you're looking for more materials to actually fill slots with things and you can't find anything, you can look on the map and look for the indicators that show you that there are rucksacks of materials, or you can look for buildings that are currently being constructed. And the buildings that are currently being oh, damn it all, I was gonna call in another group. Using the radio takes resources, Max. That's why I'm not saying to use it. If you are completely out of resources on the map, then yes, you can use the radio. But that takes influence. And if you're first starting off, you don't have to.
Yeah, that's the place I'm looking for.
So these guys should spawn in here somewhere, hopefully, or right here. If this is not far enough away from these other enclaves, then it'll go on the next loop, which could be basically like this. Pain in the butt.
You in here?
Nice.
found it. Yeah.
I hear you,
knew
bloater.
I'd find it. I found one of my aunt's prepper plans. It's in code, but if I decipher it, maybe I can figure out where she went.
Woo! All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head down here because on this particular map, this is another one of those set spawn points where we know that there are going to be resources. We can head down there and we can get 4 rucksacks of materials for building. There are always locations like this on every map. It's just a case of finding them. Yep. So if you any window,
Having a plague heart move in must really fuck up property
pretty much every
values.
window, you can walk up to and you can just jump in. Now the nice thing about this particular building is that the
Looks like nobody
spawn
else is home.
for
With
the
a plague heart
rucksacks
around, that won't
is
last.
always the same. The rucksacks are always right here and at that box right through the window. So you don't have to go searching for them. If all you want are the rucksacks, you just hit up these 2
This could be a big help to us.
and you move on. Yes, if you park your car in a spot where you're throwing Molotovs, they will light on fire and they will explode. Likewise with this building, the rucksacks are right here every single time, and in the box across the way. So since all we're interested in are the rucksacks and materials, we can just grab these and then we can get out of here. Whee! All right, so now we have our 4 rucksacks of materials and we can actually build our workshop. Oh my god. Workshop is, in my opinion, not something that is really needed unless you're doing a challenge mode. If you're doing like a workshop or build only, no loot challenge or something like that, then you need a workshop early on. But the vast majority of runs, a workshop is the last thing that I worry about. It is, you don't need it. You need it, like for breaking down things into parts, you can use a workshop. But
Here we go.
that isn't something that
but
is
it's useful.
normally necessary early on. If you have access to the Red Talon workshop, it's awesome. But brand new players are not going to have that, so we're not going over the Red Talon stuff. Now, if you do
Hey,
a bunch of Daybreak,
Stop that thief!
oh,
Oh, I'm gonna bust some heads over this.
if you do a bunch of, oh my gosh. If you do a bunch of Daybreak, then you can get access to Red Talon workshops and Red Talon bunks and things like that. Red Talon generally
He's
just
my
have
favorite
better
person.
than everyone.
Don't die out there.
And so if you get access to them, then they are going to very quickly give you better better stuff and better facilities for a little bit of a morale hit for the most part.
Sorry, but not sorry.
And Daybreak will
Drop
make
it,
you lose
buddy.
your mind after a little while. That is also true.
And we've got nothing.
Hi, Tip Tip.
Let's cool it for a second, all right?
Feels good to take out the trash. They won't be bothering us anymore. I gotta rest.
So right there, basically what I did is, let me pull this up. As I was completing the quest, he is still technically an enclave. And so what you can do is you can, while the quest is completing, you can access his enclave inventory and buy things from him. Since I knew that I was going to be getting the food, I went in and checked what rucksack he had available. It's a building materials rucksack, worth the 150 that I paid. So got food and building materials. Oop. And so what we're gonna do is we are not going to do the workshop because workshops are not useful for the most part. We're gonna do a fighting gym. The reason we're doing a fighting gym is because that will allow us to have a larger max health pool and train ourselves so that we get more stamina. All right. So as I was saying, when you call in enclaves near your home, they are going to be spaced out. So like you can't have an enclave here and an enclave here unless you've done some funky stuff with your game. And so at this point, I think we have filled our immediate area with enclaves. There might be able to spawn one right here, but I think the next one will spawn in the next ring out. But this means that we have 5 enclaves that are right near us that we could go through on a day-by-day basis and sell things in order to get more influence if we really needed to. We also have a pool of recruitable survivors at this point because they're all friendly or allied. And that makes them incredibly cheap to get onto our side. But what? You need to play with a friend? I have quite literally never seen someone go into Daybreak, load up on all the ammo, and quit just to take ammo away from someone. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, but like, that's not something that I've ever seen. Oh, I'm sure there are people who do it, because, you know, it's the internet, and people can be terrible. Feel free to reach out. It's tricky to rock around, let's rock around, let's rock around, it's tricky! We don't need any of this stuff, I don't think.
Come on in.
We are good to go. Time is it? It is 9 o'clock. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it's going to be easier to coordinate on a Daybreak run with friends anyway, so. So now that we have wiped out that particular area, and we have cleaned this entire zone, we can start looking at the next zone of influence that we might want to clean out. And that would be this middle area. Because if we can split this middle area off from the other sides of the map, then we once again have individual zones that we can deal with without having to worry about the infestations chaining. And that's what this is all about. It's all about making sure that the infestation chains don't happen. Because it's really, really annoying. So what we want to do is we want to scan the things that are nearby, nearest to those particular play carts. Hey. I said scan. And if we are clear, then we can wipe those play carts out without having to worry about a chain.
Anyone listening? We've got goods to trade.
Wandering trader. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's that one. If there is not a play cart here, then those 2 hearts are on their own, and they are in a self-contained zone right there, and we'll be able to wipe them out without having to worry about play carts chaining, which is very nice. Whee! Do do do. Do 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 do. One thing that I forgot to mention is in your base, you want to upgrade your command center when you can. Upgrading your command center will give you access to more outposts. And more outposts means more passive income of rucksacks, whether that's food or materials or whatever it is that you would like. Do 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 do. All right, let's take a look at this. These 2 should be, yeah, so these 2 are far enough apart that they're not going to wake each other up. So we have another zone that we can clear out and loot if we wanted to. Get to hear Lily all the time? Yeah. This is Lily Ritter from the network.
How would I get this job again?
Oh, took a hit. So what we're gonna do is we're going to drag these guys over here.
Hello out there. I have some goodies to trade straight from Trumbull
Pull them in.
Valley. Come on by.
That didn't actually kill it, but it was damn close. Do. You're worried about ferals? Just get on your roof.
The armor's gone.
Then we'll hop back in. We'll finish this thing off.
It's not dead yet. It's hurting. Don't let up now.
Do. Let them group up again. We'll set them on fire. We'll have them kill the heart for us.
Fire in the hole. I'm calling this plague heart history. That's how we
It's
take
just
back our town.
fun. It's
Sticking
just
around
fun.
here too long would not be smart.
So we took a little bit of damage, but yeah. It doesn't take bullets,
Okay.
doesn't take
There's
explosives.
Zeds around, but we can't secure the place.
All
with
it
the
takes
plague heart
is
close
one or
by.
two Molotovs at most, if you have everything lined up properly. So.
I'm gonna need a lighter load soon.
Now, the one thing you might run out of as you're going through the plague hearts, if you're going quickly, is you are likely going to run out of good stamina items. Normally, what I would say is that...
Hello, this is Lily Ritter from the network.
Just
As
talking.
some of you know, I grew up in a place called Trumbull Valley. The valley has seen tough times like everywhere else, but it's bouncing back thanks to the strong folks who live there. If you're looking for a good place with good people, you should find your way to Trumbull Valley.
Alright, so we're gonna go deal with this. And that will, once again, stop any infestations from spawning. She heard us talking about it. She did. Seriously. They're talking about me. It's time to tell people about Trumbull Valley. Bonk.
Last one left.
Next person will be Ray. Ray Sanchez.
I'll take you all on.
So we now are at the point where our community level is high enough that we're going to get
The armor's
a
gone.
plague feral on every single heart.
Anybody want to exterminate that infestation? And I'm out. It's hurting! Don't let up now!
Oh, it didn't get him. It was close.
And I'm out.
Oh, dear God.
Well, you weren't so fucking tough. I don't know about you, but I feel safer already. Ah, we didn't need it.
Hey. Do. And boop. There we go. And we're good. Done-zo. You know what? Sure, we'll use that right now. Doesn't matter. No reason not to.
I'm declaring this location Zed-free.
There's a group of arms dealers nearby. Their selection is huge. The
It is
prices are
food
high.
outpost.
Maybe we should check it out.
Good idea.
Just drop this stuff in here. Put that in. We'll take this. We can now actually sell the King Vulture if we wanted to. Because it is completely useless. And really, all it's good for is either parts.
I found some useful stuff while I was out
Actually, yeah,
scavenging.
we'll salvage this. Oh, I don't have a workshop. Ah, I got myself. Hilarious. The fuel merchant. All right, fuel merchant is good for Molotovs. They will generally have a bunch of them. And once again, we have cleared out another zone, which is nice. Oh, we're not there yet. Once that's finished, we will upgrade our command center. The thing is right now we have a low enough population of survivors that we don't really have to worry about running out of food. So we're not worried about getting a ton of farms or anything along those lines.
How's it going?
We can easily find whatever we
Hey
need.
there, business partner.
Of course.
Oh, I need to talk to Gracie first. Oh, okay. You guys have really good weapons. Oh, yeah.
Hey there, business partner.
Sure.
They have really good weapons, and they're actually not that expensive. Oh, well, I mean, obviously, the APC-9 is. Oh. Because it's smexy. DMR heavy. I mean, this is worth it simply because of the amount of ammo that it carries. Like, if you look at... If you look at how much ammo this is, right? In order to make 50 rounds of ammo, you need, what, 6 ammo for an ammo press in order to get 50 rounds? And that is vastly more than the cost of the rucksacks. So I could legitimately, on a long-term community, see myself buying all 3 of these. Like, look at this. It's 160 for 20 rounds of 7.62, right? This is 5.56, this is 45. Like, I don't know, it's just, it's crazy. There's so much ammo. But, I mean, we're also not using a ton of ammo, so it's not a massive point of importance for us. But thank you all for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. Hope you're having fun, learning something. Ooh, I need myself a toolkit. The old Miragra is hurting. Minute 30 for the fighting gym to finish, which is nice. After that, we can upgrade our command center, get ourselves another outpost. Oh, I can't complain, Kamikaze. It has been overall a very laid-back day.
Back?
I think running water would seriously improve our home life.
Uh-huh.
Do. Flight lessons tomorrow? Hells yeah, Kamikaze. That's awesome, man. Now, are you going to be on stick, or are you going to be just co-pilot?
Oh, hi.
Fine. Come inside, but be on your best behavior.
Nice, dude. That's so cool.
Are you kidding me? No.
Hey neighbors, we could use some extra hands.
Yeah, this is not like these used to be, I want to say these used to be like 1,000 each, which made more sense. Because this like is not super expensive.
This will slow me down.
It's expensive, right? But like it's not so nuts that that it's all crazy.
Are you kidding me?
What do they want? Like samples. Hells yeah. That is the cheapest thing we can give them in order to instantly make them allied. And again, getting them all allied is incredibly key. Because as they're allied, we can find out if they are complete trash, and thus recruit fodder.
This will slow me down.
Good night, Roland. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Personal best with a fire trick? Hells yeah, Silent! Fire trick, best trick, buddy. I don't remember how many it is. I think it's 5.
Damn.
Might be 3, actually. Dude, the fire's nasty, man. It is incredibly effective. It takes some getting used to, and it doesn't always work. But it is really fun to do. Melted. Yeah, I mean, on lower difficulties, it's going to melt even faster. All you need is one zombie on Nightmare or lower, and it'll generally kill the Plague Guard. Like, they don't have the hit points that they do on Lethal.
Hi there.
Later.
Oh. Knuckles.
Shucks, I sure appreciate
Extra beds.
Don't worry about it.
All right,
Don't
that
be a
is not
stranger.
too shabby. So now we have massive amounts of beds because the off-roaders provide overflow barracks, and we are good. Rather helpful. While beds don't actually matter at all, because the morale hit of beds, you can just bypass it with other morale bonuses. Yeah, I mean, it's nice if you don't have to worry about that. All right. Just taking a look at what the next zones are that we're gonna do. We can, we can drive through the southern zone and see where everything is down there. I am only gonna go for another half an hour because it is PAX East week, and I want to make sure that I get a lot of sleep. Because my youngest son has been dealing with a 100-degree fever all day today, all day yesterday, and I do not want to have a 100-degree fever on Thursday when I'm supposed to be going to PAX East and playing video games and having fun. So I am going to call it early and try and maintain my healthiness so that I do not get sick, which is crazy, I know. Thank you, Nighthawk. So this particular Plague Heart is always outside of the zone of control of other plague hearts.
How would I get this job again?
On top of just being a hilarious heart to kill. Oh, he will. You know, he's 7. He's at school. Kids just get sick. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it.
I gotta catch my breath.
Oh, you mean that one and that one and that one? When I asked you guys if you wanted me to go to anywhere? Yeah. Yeah. I'll absolutely check on that one for you, Angel.
It's hurting. Don't let up now.
Sounds good, Anonymous. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Enjoy the game. Get some sleep. Have sweet dreams. And I hope your day tomorrow goes well.
Until we build better storage, we have to expect stuff to get ruined like this.
Would we lose? Bullets? Yeah, we lost some bullets. Okay. Nice. It would be good to get someone, to get a 4th person in. Not super necessary.
Okay, scratch 1 plague heart. Finally, we can start claiming some nearby spots.
What? Get out of my car. Crouching down increases your rate of stamina regen. So if you have a moment, you can crouch and it will double or triple your base stamina regen. You'll be good to go faster if you do not have stamina items going. Oh, my poor car.
This will slow me down.
Oh, it's a goddamn horde. Nah. That's annoying. Oh, I didn't park well.
Yeah, we're 1 step away from hoofing it. Leave it! We gotta go!
Oh yeah, we're popping. Alright, we gotta, if we get over to the bridge. Zombies can't go on bridges. So if you're on the bridge, you are pretty much 100% safe. So, yeah. How dare you? Do your friends know what you've done? Whee! Well, thank you very much, Anonymous. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. We looted that plague heart. And like I said, since that particular plague heart is never in range of another plague heart, we don't have to worry about anything spawning. And that is one of the most important things when you're first learning how to kill plague hearts. Make sure that you are not going to be overrun by infestations by slicing everything into zones. As long as you complete the zone and wipe out all the plague hearts that are in that zone, you will never see an infestation. And generally, each individual zone, at worst, in lethal is going to be, you know, 5 hearts. Now that can be incredibly daunting when you're new. But what that means is that you know how long you have, right? Like this zone right here is probably going to be 5 hearts, because that's what it's looking like. But we are really far from our base. So if you had to take time, go back and heal up or get more bullets or meds or anything like that, you could do that without having to seriously worry about having everything spread and having infestations overrun you. So we're gonna head off to the north right up here, and we're just gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna show you how this chain is gonna work. So all we got to do is park across the entrance like this. Splat and splat. So now, since zombies can't get in here, we can take a quick look at this and see how things are going to spread. So if we kill this plague heart right here, that is going to pop into this one. When we kill this one, it'll pop here. That will pop into this. This will pop into here. If we pop this one, it is likely to wake up probably all 3 of these. I'm not 100% sure. We are definitely in range, but I don't know which one or if all of them will wake up. So we don't necessarily want to do that. So something like this can be pretty daunting. What you want to make sure is you want to make sure that you have the right amount of stuff and that you're good to go. This particular heart that we're in right now is a free heart because zombies can't get to us. We block it off with a car and we are perfectly safe. The other ones are a bit more problematic in that each one of them is an actual fight. And I think, you know what? I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Because otherwise I'll have to fight all 5 hearts, and that'll take a little bit. And I want to go to sleep. Make sure I don't get sick. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. Let us take a quick gander and see who we're going to raid over to. We are going to raid over to the little... It's very different, but we're going to raid over to Brenly, who is currently playing Battle Brothers. Brenly is a master at Battle Brothers and, like, ridiculously good. If you had ever been interested in playing this game, and it is a turn-based strategy game, I suggest checking out Brenly. Also, he's just super nice. So, thank you all for being here. Anonymous Pineapples, GB Moore, Silent Tyrant, Cess973, Florida Man for Life. Thank you guys for the follows. Appreciate that. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Kiwi Burn, thank you very much for the tier 1 for 19 months, which is a crazy amount of time. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Be nice to yourself. Do something just for you. Have a cookie or a scoop of ice cream. Or go to bed early. Like that, you know, something you enjoy. Take care. And we'll see you soon.